that is. Must be snug. This is the first trip of the year 2020. Decided to go with good old Ozello. It's my go-to spot for spotted sea trout. Let's see what the year has in store for us this season. Okay, here I was just blind casting as I was heading out towards my spotted sea trout spot, and this is the first hookup of 2020. Here it is. So it looks to be this little drum really wanted that paddle tail. That was the voodoo shad. And here's the first fish for 2020. That's a good sign. Got me a little drum. Little guy. I was casting and scanning the water, and when I seen a floating object pass by the bow of the boat, looks like it was a blowfish. Looked like the striped birdfish type. So I went back and reached for my net, try to grab it and get a closer look at it, but it soon disappears. Puffer fish. Let's see. Well, it's a good thing I got this net out and ready. Been losing a lot of fish. Oh, wow, what a save. What a save. Whew. Was not a save. That's crazy. I'm having a lot of trouble with this net lately. It just doesn't want to open properly or stay open. I gotta go ahead and lube it up every trip, rinse it out with fresh water. Looks like a keeper to me. Put a measure on him. See where you at. Maybe I'll pull some trout. Yeah, you gotta be at least 15. Yeah, close your mouth. Yeah, he's 15. So he is a keeper. Close your mouth. Right there. He's a keeper. And we'll throw him in the box. Got something. So I'm sitting about 4 to 5 feet of water, and as you can see, it's super clear. You can see straight down to the bottom. This is why I used to go with a 15-pound test fluorocarbon leader out here in Ozello.
So I decided to anchor down and swap over to the deadly combo. That's what I call it. It's popping cork with a gulp shrimp on a jig head. Just trying to call the fish to me. Now with the depth about 4 to 5 feet, I usually like to tie my leader about 2.5 to 3 feet long, especially with this water clarity. I like to keep the bait a foot or so from the bottom. I find this most effective. Should have used a net. It's pretty tough flipping it with that long leader. I pretty much missed the fight, but catching Spanish mackerel on a pop of cork, it's always just weird. You can pretty much tell that you have Spanish mackerel on the end of that line. Nonetheless, it's always a welcome catch. Spanish mackerel is just very tasty. Now I'll have to throw a swim bait. Hopefully I can hook into another one.
Oh boy. A good one too. And up by something. Wait a minute. What happened here? That. Oh no, but where should go? Down here. Nice size one too. Yeah, 15. 16.
Just wondering what attacked this trout. Was it a diving bird or was he rubbing against the oyster beds? I see fish like this a lot too. We'll let him go. He's been through a lot. Hopefully he survives to grow into a gator. Time to switch out the guns. Going to be throwing a different paddle tail this time. Here I'm just blind casting towards the bank. This is a spot where it seems that trout are holding to. I caught a good number of trout off camera here. And the bottom's just littered with patches of grass. Well, I know there's fish here, and my confidence level is pretty high. It didn't take long before something just crushed it, hit it like a freight train.
That is must be Spanish. Big Spanish. Big Spanish. Wow. It's the biggest Spanish I've ever seen.
Definitely wasn't expecting that.
Hit that motherfucker good, didn't he? Shit. Oh yeah. Big Spanish.
Didn't even have to measure this Spanish mackerel to know that this is going to be my personal best.
Oof. What I could do, this is my PB Spanish right here.
You usually catch these Spanish mackerels off of breakers using shrimp. Okay. All right. These guys, they cut line and they pretty much slice your lure straight clean in half. Got pretty lucky there. I was able to get a hook set on the corner of his mouth. And he is. Okay. Let's see where he's at. Not letting him go, but he is 23 at the fork. It's like 22 and a half at the fork. 20, about 23 at the fork. Man, that's a big boy. Oh boy, look at the teeth on that guy. Here's a cooking and cleaning tip. If you decide that you're gonna bake your Spanish mackerel, you can always fillet it and leave the skin on. Once you bake it, the meat comes right off the skin. So that's the way I like to do it. Oh yeah, it's the biggest Spanish ever. Inside the cooler, please. Oh, am I getting the cooler? Ah, shit. In there. Put it back. I guess the camera wasn't rolling when I got into a hot bite. Caught about 8 slot trout, kept 4. When it was hot, I already had 1 in the box, so I limited out on trout.